Alright, hello, welcome. A little bit late. Doesn't matter. Nobody's here. My name's Frank. This is No More Paper. One day this will be the #1 watched show about ES markets. Market. About futures. Maybe one day. Alright. I'm not feeling well. Tomorrow I won't be here. Let's get moving. Oh, I don't know how I missed it, but it's bad. The initial reaction is bad. It doesn't make any sense. Initial jobless claims are up. Oh, that's where the bad news is. Producer prices are up, which means inflation's going to get worse. But it's weird because yesterday they rose on that type of news because, this is my opinion, an energy shock is different than natural inflation. So this isn't my opinion. This is what I think that they are thinking. An energy shock is going to be seen different than a normal inflation shock to the Fed. And that they might cut anyway because, well, they're not independent. There's tons of influence on them from the White House and from billionaires and from the AI bubble that needs more free cash flow. So you see a big energy shock, you can basically ignore the fact that inflation's been going up regardless of the energy shock. Because when you print money and add more money to the supply, I know this is a crazy notion, inflation goes up. Since, I don't know where they went backwards. Some say COVID, some say 2008, who knows? I think they went backwards when the Fed was created. But at some point they just started printing and never stopped. I constantly hear that, oh, during COVID they printed so much money. Yeah, but they never stopped. They still continue to print money. Look at this is money being put back into the system. This is supposedly money being taken out by quantitative tightening list. Started in 2022 after all that printed money. But we're still above. Look how much further we're above. So we only took out a little tiny bit. We printed all this money during COVID. Oh, I'm not even showing it. Why isn't it showing? There we go. This is the Fed's balance sheet. When it goes up, it means they're buying back bonds that they created and are pouring money into the system, into the banks, into the money supply. This huge line up, that's the COVID money print. They sent checks out to everyone. You're paying for it. You probably paid for it 4 times, 5 times, 8 times, 10 times over by this point. They did a little bit of quantitative tightening. Buying back those bonds, or no, selling those bonds rather, but not enough to get rid of this insane, look at that, we're still more than $3 trillion. And this is just going to probably eclipse the high at some point. At least that's what the government wants. I hope the Fed actually tells the billionaires and the president to go fishing and does what should be done. Again, I must reiterate, I wish the Fed didn't exist, but they do, and I have to deal with that. And I hope they pull back this money supply. What's the point of making money in the market if for every dollar you make, you know that 50 cents of it is going to be inflation? I mean, if you see that right there, that's the reason the market's going up. It has nothing to do with the value of companies. I don't know exactly how it's done, but they're able to inflate their profits with borrowed money. That's the whole point of the circular financing. They borrow $1 billion, invest $1 billion in company B. Company B then buys $1 billion worth of chips from company A. Boom. You can make that look like earnings. Profits, rather, not earnings. I didn't know why it's allowed. All right, let's take a look at some news. But still, I go back to why wasn't this seen more as good news for markets? I don't know. If the Fed's mandate is to keep employment up, who knows? All right, headlines. Okay, so now stock futures rise when we strike Iran. Yesterday they said stock market fell because we hit Iran. I don't even want to read this one. Inside the 2 trillion Mag 7 wipeout. I don't even want to bother. I do want to see more about the So I don't understand how they list tomorrow. I thought tomorrow's a holiday. In a conventional IPO, which technically is the night it prices as opposed to the first day of trade, which is its market debut, the company and its underwriters look over orders and weigh demand and settle on a final price, often above or below the marketed range. SpaceX and CEO Elon Musk are going a totally different route, though not altogether surprising given Musk's whims and contrarian nature. So they're setting a price instead of letting the market set the price. This is bananas. We're in freaking La La Land. It's to cash out. You'd be smart to cash out now, which I bet a lot of people will. It's like a free way to print money. I don't know why that's allowed. Think about it. So you're coming up for an IPO. Your stock's worth $60 a share because the market says that's what it's worth. You have private investors saying that's what it's worth. And you say, no, I'm an IPO at $100 a share. Well, naturally, your price is going to rise as it does here before the IPO. You're making money beforehand off the people that are going to lose out when it adjusts, because it will adjust down. Maybe not. But it's like there's no rules anymore. Markets can't be trusted. And I don't know where it's going to end. Maybe I don't understand enough. So they're allocating 30% for retail, which is 3 times the norm. My family members who are not involved in markets at all were getting ads to buy SpaceX. You have any idea how insane that is? I don't know why that's allowed either. Huh. The only smart guy here. I won't buy it, I won't short it, I just won't touch it. Are you nuts? I don't know. And even, he's not the worst of them, Elon. But man, he just keeps showing that, I don't know. It's crazy that a company, so this is probably, I don't know. I just don't know what to think. We'll wait and see. But they don't explain how it's going to work with the holiday. The normal route is most IPOs fall after the IPO and then usually gain back. Especially in this market environment. Doesn't matter if you do anything or make any money. This is all FOMO. Why do they keep talking? Like if you have a website and you're touting Cathie Wood, all your credibility is down the toilet. Well, Yahoo's credibility is down the toilet a long time ago. I simply look at it to know what not to do. We'll see. We'll see if SpaceX can save this market. I don't know. Trump says he loves the inflation. Let's see. I couldn't see him say that. That's too dumb for even him. What? Why would you say that? I love it. The numbers, I wonder if that's real. Oh, okay. It was taken out of context. Jeez, nothing will age you faster than being president. U.S. just paid out more tariff refunds than who's getting tariff refunds? Oh, these companies, great. That's exactly who needs it. So maybe it was the plan all along. Do the tariffs. Do you think they're going to lower prices now? Hell no. I'm living in a bizarre world. I so bad just want to move to a piece of land, grow all my own food, provide everything for myself on this piece of land, build a giant wall. But you can't. All right, let's look at charts. I still haven't figured out why. How can markets be open tomorrow? That's next Friday. Where did I see that wrong? Crap. I already told my family I would do something with them on Friday, so... Well, I guess I won't be here tomorrow. I swear CME said... Nope. I was wrong. Crap. Well, I need a break anyway. I always have difficulty when the market switches regimes, which it looks like we are now. One of the biggest indicators I go by is DMI ADX on a daily. We've now switched bearish, but I'm still in the mindset that we're gonna V right back to all-time new highs. So I'm still buying support rather than selling resistance. Anyway, there hasn't been a single bullish day I've seen yet. Almost every day turns bearish. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if we get below the 50 SMA. If we're good. I spent most of yesterday just rolling the contract. Alright, let's take a look at VIX on Trading view. Staying sticky. Still elevated. Doesn't seem to want to fall below 2050. Dollar is also elevated. Yields flats down. And 30-year remains stuck in 5% area. That's a bad area to be at. If they can't get this down, they'll never be able to pay off their debts. No government will. And what happens? England's in a worse situation than the US, but US isn't too great. What happens when it gets to 6, 7, 8%? And the banks, the big banks, say no more. Are they just going to nationalize? For some reason, we have a Republican president that wants to nationalize stuff. Are you insane? That is the least Republican thing ever. Live in a bizarre world. All right, today I would advise maybe not trading at all. It seems a complete mess. Like it will be. Who knows? But the IPO is going to take up a lot. Maybe this is a crazy opinion. I don't think it's true, but it's just a thought. Maybe all this money, this huge drawdown, was people pulling their money out of their other stocks to put into SpaceX. I guess it could be. I don't know. It's just a thought. All right. Yesterday, same playbook. I've been saying it. I mean, it's happened the last few days. Drives up initially in the open, initial balance, and then falls hard. It did it again. Not only did it do it again, but I didn't make any money off it because I didn't, like I said, I'm in the mindset of catching a bottom. I got greedy. And I've just become so used to losing on shorts that I basically only do longs. I'm like 80% long. And I got to get used to that. Unless it changes right back. All right, in the overnight, we bottomed actually below 50. The 50 simple moving average on the daily. A somewhat random area. We held up a little bit at yesterday's close. Rose past it. And ended up settling right on yesterday's initial balance low. We often bounce between one of them and VWAP or what have you. Going into the open, I would say there's a couple areas to look out for. I'm now trying to be... I thought I got rid of all these initial balance. In fact, I know I did. Something's not right here. I think I know what happened. I did it on one chart, not the other, thinking it would figure itself out. Alright, gives me something to do today. Anyway, ignore all these levels. They're old. There's a key volume area up at 74.29. Wait, that's wrong too. No, it's not. Okay. But give it a wide berth. It's a previous ranges, initial, not initial balance, value area high. Is it 74.30? If we head lower, well, this is no longer a naked value area. And price did ignore it in the overnight, more or less. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. You know what? I don't think that was actually it. I think that was something else. No wonder price ignored it. Alright, I need to fix things. That's all I got. Good luck, goodbye. I won't be here tomorrow.